Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My viewers, as well as the real targeted individuals, as well as the perpetrators that can't seem to get their eyes off my videos. Good afternoon, and welcome to the part 2 of the All We Have Is Us. Okay, so just a few technical details about this video. I'm recording at 1080p at 30 frames a second, and at an aspect ratio of 9:16. Obviously, when I output the video and I edit the video, it'll be done at 4K. And another thing is, I just survived a very intense attack to my head last night. I woke up this morning with an unimaginable headache. The headache was so bad that it took me a while to actually get up from the bed. And I'm glad that I'm here with you today. And as you can imagine, I'm lucky to be here today. Because while you're asleep, anybody who attacks you with electromagnetic frequencies, especially to your vital organs like your head, your heart, etc., is simply trying to kill you. It is simple. There's no question about it. This is how they do it. So I am also using a microphone. I'm recording from the Satu 2A, which is the backup of the action camera that I have. The Satu 2 is in my pocket, while the Satu 1A is recording right now with this camera and the microphone, of course. Okay, all we have is us. Dear targeted individuals, I am glad that I live to see the opportunity to discuss this very important topic with you, because the more I think about it, the more it makes sense to me. And I'm hoping that you will use the opportunity to sit down and ponder upon what I'm saying in this video. Okay? Now, let us go back to the first video. What I discussed there was the reasons why having a very strong TI community, that help each other when they're down, not just emotionally and with their mental health, but also financially as well. Helping each other financially. Because the system has blacklisted us and has made it extremely difficult for us to earn a living and live normally. This is the whole point of their program. To break us down to nothing. And obviously they're trying to push us towards something as nasty and as terrible as suicide. If you're watching this video, I'm here today to let you know that there's no need for you to go down that path. It's not worth it. No matter how useless they try and make you feel, you must always remember that you are different from the rest. We are different from the rest. We are a problem to the New World Order and the beast system, which is why we are being treated in the way that we are, which is why we live this particular lifestyle. Non-consensual test subjects for electromagnetic radiation experiments, as well as V2K experiments, mind control experiments, MK Ultra, you name it. Trauma-based mind control, you name it. We are living these things on a daily basis. So, back to the topic. In this video today, I wanted to discuss, using an example, how all we have is us and a very strong TI community that support each other in so many different ways will be beneficial to us in the long run. Because what we're now doing is we will be building a very strong relationship and a very dependable network that is not dependent upon the system. Okay? Now, I know that I was going to see perps over here trying to screw over my video, but that does not surprise me at all. That is not a surprise to me at all. Okay, so check this out. I'll use the TIS community as an example. I will use the TIS community as an example, the one that I'm trying to obviously create. It's still in its infancy, and we do have a few members. Thank you for being a member of the community. And although towards the end of 2023 I was busy, things are going to change this year. Let's say we had 50 members in the TIS community chat. This is the example, alright? We've got 50 members in the TIS community chat, and then one member decides to put in a request for some financial help. And then they say, "Hi guys, I am currently in a very tough situation. I've got no money to survive, no money to eat. I am struggling, and I'm on my ass basically. I've got nothing." Now, picture this for a moment. Imagine every single member, or every single one of those 50 members donate a sum of £1 or $1 to this person. What that means is that this person will end up with either £50 or $50. This is using a very simple example. $50 is better than $0. £50 is better than £0. Now, while that amount of money might not be the be-all end-all of everything, because it's still relatively minute in relation to what they would really need, it actually contributes towards their survival and could at least give them the opportunity and the means to buy something to eat, or to rent out a bed and breakfast that they could sleep at night till see the next day. This is what I actually envisioned for the TIS community chat, because the minor contributions from everybody will go a long way to being a major contribution to that one person that needs help. Even if you were really broke and you didn't have a pound or $1 to give, and let's say you only had 50p, which is 50 pence or 50 cents. I'm guessing 50 cents is what it would translate to in dollars, the dollar equivalent. So let's say you had about 50 cents or 50 pence, and then you decided to donate that 50 pence to that person as opposed to £1 or $1. That would still go a long way to helping that person, because by the time everybody else makes their donations, then guess what? That person will end up with far more money than they initially had. And it doesn't surprise me that today I've decided to make this very important video, and there's lots of perps everywhere. I would not be surprised at all if I came across that same perp, that dude that turns up every single time to talk shit to me, talk nonsense to me. I wouldn't be surprised at all, because it seems as though this particular perp has nothing better to do with his time. I would not be surprised if I see him today. I am being very vigilant, but hopefully we will get more quiet in this area that I'm going into, the area in the woods. And I think I'm going to walk deep into the woods today to record these videos. So, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow targeted individuals, All We Have Is Us Part 2. This is an example. Minor contributions from everybody will contribute towards being a major contribution to a member of that network who was in need. It means that our combined efforts would have gone a long way to sustaining them. Now, let us multiply that for a bit. Let's say there were 100 members in the TIS community chat, 100 active members. And then one person says, "Hi guys, I hope you're all doing good. Just wanted to let you know that I am currently in a really, really bad financial situation. I've got no money, no food, can't even pay my bills. But first of all, I need to eat. And I was wondering if you guys could sort of put your heads together and, contribute something minor towards, my survival. So think of it this way. It's no more 50 members, but it's 100 members. Okay? So imagine 100 members of the TIS community chat contribute £1, or let's use dollars, okay? Imagine every member of the TIS community chat contributed $1 each to this person. Do you know what that means? It simply means, using a very simple example, that this person will end up with $100. Okay? 100. Now, by the way, I wanted to make it clear that contributing is not mandatory. However, it is something that would go a long way to helping somebody else, like yourself, somebody else who is a targeted individual. So it means that person is going to end up with $100. $100 is better than $0. It sure is. So let's look at another scenario. Let us envision a scenario where not everybody is able to donate. Okay? So we've got 100 members, but only 70 members are able to donate $1 each. Well, the math is pretty simple. What that means is that that person in need, and who is also a member of the TIS community chat, will end up with what? $70. $70 is greater than $0. And it also goes a long way to demonstrate that there is strength in numbers. By the way, I don't even know how this video actually looks, because I am recording in 9:16 aspect ratio on my action camera. And I'm not totally sure how it looks, because on the viewer, on the action camera, it is recording. Oh, goodness me. Okay, that was pretty scary. Okay, it's recording. Well, it looks like a 16:9 as opposed to a 9:16, but let's hope it looks well. So this is an example of the power in the numbers, collaborating. Sorry. Sorry. So this is an example of the power in numbers, the power of collaboration, the power to help one another when we're down. This is one of the top priorities that I envisioned while I was creating the TIS community chat, where we actually really help each other financially. People don't realize this, but we live in a world that is owned by the devil. And unfortunately, money controls pretty much everything. Money can't buy you everything, no, that's a fact. But money controls a lot of things. Okay? And if you look at the details, you will see that poverty engineering is one of the ways the organized gang stalking network cripple a targeted individual. And they're not doing it for nothing. They're doing it for a very good reason. The reason they're doing it is because they know that if you are crippled financially, then it simply means that every other aspect of your third dimensional life and welfare will also suffer. Your housing will suffer, your bills will suffer, your feeding will suffer, your ability to buy medicine for yourself will suffer, to medicate yourself. Because, a lot of TIs like myself, we're never stopping buying painkillers, ibuprofen, paracetamols. cold sprays, heat sprays, ibuprofen gels, you name it. I am forever buying these things because I wake up with joint pains, headaches, splitting headaches, and nasty pains in my head like something actually hit my head. Okay? They know that if you are broke, you will not be able to do these things. So for this reason, they will quickly see to it that they attack your finances, your ability to earn a living. And when they do so, everything else suffers. Workplace mobbing, which is joblessness engineering, sickness engineering. You're unable to actually buy the, standard off-the-shelf medication to sort of medicate yourself. They know this. You won't be able to pay your rent. Then you're facing eviction, which is homelessness engineering. You can't pay your bills. Debt engineering. You now begin to owe money. And they know that the root cause of all these things, of all these problems, is your finances, which is why if you look at every TI, every real TI, you see that this aspect of their existence on this planet is attacked first. They attack it first. Then they start to radiate you. Okay? So, let me just do a quick check. Yes, still recording. I'm really impressed with this action camera. Another reason why I'm using the action camera, by the way, for the recording is because it actually prints the date and time on the video. And this is good for record keeping purposes, as you can imagine. So, they're targeted individuals. I know that we live off very little. And most of us are dependent on the system to survive. However, I want you to remember something which is important. And it's something that they want to make you believe doesn't matter. And it's this: where there is life, there is hope. If you are alive and breathing, and if you are watching this particular video, I just wanted to let you know that there is hope. No matter how hopeless they want the situation to seem, by breaking you down mentally, spreading smear campaigns about you in your neighborhood, getting your neighbors to radiate you, cancer engineering, workplace mobbing, they want you to be broke. Oh yeah, and another reason they want you to be broke as well is because if you're broke, you will not be able to buy shielding materials. I think on the Twitter account, the official Twitter account for the TIS community, I actually put an image of my aluminum shielding that they perforated. This is what they were doing in the city of Blackpool. Because you know what I did? I got my hands on some money and I purchased some military grade aluminum. Very tough, thick aluminum, close to 1 micron in thickness. I purchased this and I put several, well over 100 layers of this thing beneath my bed and beneath the mattress. But they were still able to get to me. And one day, just by chance, just by a mere coincidence, I decided to investigate the aluminum surface and I found lots of holes. I'm like, this is scary. What sort of device is capable of puncturing holes through the aluminum surface? I don't have any such device in my house. No, I don't. I don't have any such device in my house. But it was when I now began to investigate it, I now realized that they were perforating holes. And that's a perp, 100% perp. You couldn't make this shit up. I'm just going to turn the camera down. So, hello. So they were perforating holes in the aluminum surface which will mean the microwaves, hello, the microwaves are able to penetrate the aluminum layer surface. And this is something which is very, very, you know, scary. Majorly scary. It's just as scary as that perp over there. That's 100% perp. Unreal. You couldn't have made that one up. Why do you think I love this camera? 150 billion%. Very sorry about that. I just had to do that. Okay, now, do you know what that means? A perp chilling over there with their phone means that after they see the target, they will now send a message to the central command to say, whoa, look, whoa, 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 we've just spotted the target. He's just walked past me. It's true. This is how they do it, folks. You see the route that I took? I don't think I've ever met anybody on that route before. But today, after I left the house, there was the VSNS. Oh, more perps. There was the VNSNS, which is the sirens from the handlers. And the handlers are responsible for supplying the electromagnetic weapons that are being used by the perpetrators in the neighborhood to radiate me. Houses number 2, houses number 4, and houses number 8. Why have I pointed out these houses? Because they're the houses that surround my house. They've been radiating my parents, torturing my mom especially. And I wanted to point something out which is really, really important. The 2nd of January was my birthday, which means yesterday was my birthday, right? It comes as no surprise to me at all that on my birthday, my mom had to go to the hospital. Why? Because she suddenly had a very weird stomachache. She didn't eat anything strange the night before, but she had that pain in her stomach that they usually, they usually give to her when they attack her. Okay? Very, very nasty pain. She didn't have the pain the day before. She didn't have the pain 2 days before or 3 days before, and she didn't need to go to the hospital for a while. So how do we explain her suddenly developing this very, very painful sensation in her stomach on my birthday? I'll tell you why that is. It's because this is what the Gang Stalking Network do. Oh yeah, I think we can see the Death Tower over there. The new type of Christmas tree. I think we can see from over here. 16 by 9, I don't know how good you are in terms of... Where's the lens? The lens, yeah, the lens are over there. So yeah, that's where it is. Yeah, so they wanted to make a point of it. And this is something that the Organized Gang Stalking Network do. On any day that you have something significant or something important, they will go ahead to try and spoil that day by doing something. They couldn't get me as well as they wanted to. They tried. This is because my shielding the night before was very good. I arranged the shielding material in such a way that will make it difficult for them to go after my head, my solar plexus, my chest, and my genitals. They still did it and were successful to some extent, because when I sleep I tend to move, and when I move some of the shielding gets displaced. So they were successful to a certain extent, but not really effective like they wanted it to be. So you know what they did? They thought, okay, so we can't quite get this guy. Let's go get his mom. Bam. My mom came over to me in my room. She knocked on the door to say good morning and, happy birthday. But when she said the happy birthday, you can hear it in her voice that she was very weak. She was in pain. So I said to her, you okay? Is everything okay? She's like, no, I have a nasty stomachache. I will be doing a separate video on this particular topic because it will shock you the role of the ambulance in this whole thing. Because the situation a few weeks ago, you know, when they were renovating the house and they had all those fake workers coming around in house number 2 and house number 4, this is when the attacks were the worst, and I'll tell you why. It's simply because the more intense the attack, the greater the reward. In other words, the more they can hurt me or my mom, then the greater the reward they receive from the organized gang stalking network. This is what we have, folks. This is what we have. So, it was just so unfortunate that, you know, this thing happened the way it did. No, sorry, I'm just checking out for perps. Okay, they're right behind me, but not too close. So, yes, people, this is what they do on a significant day that you have something happening. They will try and ruin that day by, you know, trying to spoil the day in some way. And in my case, on my birthday, it was attacking my mom. Also, I wanted to mention what happened after my mom came to my bedroom. She came to my bedroom to give me my present, and it was like a jumper and a pair of trackies or something, like a, you know, jumpsuit sort of thing, like a jumper and the trousers. I tried it on and it was a little bit tight, so I went into her room to, you know, give her the update to say, oh, I've just tried this on and it doesn't quite fit. And when I opened her door, as soon as I opened her door, I could hear a humming sound, which was like a woo, 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 woo. Sort of like a humming sound, a familiar sound that I hear just before I am usually radiated. After I quickly did an investigation, ladies and gentlemen, I discovered that this attack was coming from house number 4. Her head was close to the wall, and that wall is facing house number 4. What they do is that while she's asleep or resting, they are radiating that wall. They torture her on a 24/7 basis. Unreal, unbelievable, but this is the life that we live. So, dear targeted individuals, sorry to, you know, go off course a little bit, but I just wanted to discuss that very quickly with you because this will be covered separately on its own in a separate video. Back to the topic at hand, which is the importance of All We Have Is Us, part 2, and why helping each other will put us as targeted individuals in a much stronger situation, mentally, psychologically, metaphysically, physically, financially, spiritually. It will put us in a position where we know that we have other people that we can rely on. We have other people that are dependable. We can say, oh, you know what, I am going through hell right now, but there's somebody I could talk to. There's somebody I can really have a quick chat with. You know what, I'm going to go on the TIS community chat. And I'm going to ask this person for some help because this person has been through this scenario before. This is my vision. And this is what I am envisioning for the TIS community chat. And it's something that is quite, you know, doable. It's achievable. Considering that I'm already seeing some success with the early signups. You know, I like what we're doing. And I hope that we continue that. I just wanted to point out, the camera's pointing out there, it's not because she's hot or anything like that. I'm just saying that this is a perp. Always, every day see this perp. It doesn't matter the time of the day I go out. Yesterday I went out at a different time and I saw this perp on the same exact track. So today, I decided to go out earlier than usual. And you can't make this shit up. You can't. So, people, dear targeted individuals, I believe our survival depends on this, our ability to really network. I don't mean just creating a website where, you know, you go there, get some information off the website and blam, that's it, done. Woohoo, no. Anybody could do that. We need to take our survival seriously because I want you to consider this. If somebody has taken your assassination very seriously to the point where they're trying to kill you every day, then I think the least you could do is actually take your survival even more seriously. Think about it. Someone takes you as a lab rat, takes me as a lab rat. They take us as lab rats. And they are doing everything that they can to sort of bring about your demise on a daily basis. They do it seriously. I'll tell you how seriously they do it. They go as far as enlisting your neighbors. They run smear campaigns. They sabotage your job. They hack your devices. They invade your privacy in ways that you would think were unimaginable ways. They go this far to really break you down. Anybody who goes that far to break you down is very serious about destroying you. Then it means that the thing you must do as a TI, this is if you value your life and your survival, is that you must take your survival very seriously. You must do so. Because if you do not do so, oh dear, it's only a matter of time before you're dead. You know, I mentioned an example of a TI that has passed away. And it's sort of like a lesson to me, because I know that could be me, it could be anybody in the TI community. Anybody who is a TI can suffer such a fate. And this road is creepy, by the way. I do not like it at all. I mean, check out this tree that looks like it's got one eye. And that's the least scary thing on this road. It's a very dark road. It's like the trees are alive or something. And we'll see why in a moment. So, yeah, people, you have got to take your survival super seriously. Please, I'm begging you. You cannot do it alone. OS Lone Wolf tells you that you couldn't do it alone because he can't do it alone. It's far too difficult. A strong, dependable TI network will make the organized gang stalking network tremble, because they know that we are slowly but surely breaking away from their methods of control. Fear is one of the methods of control. They want you to be scared because they are reptiles. And you know how reptiles feed. They like to terrorize you before they kill you. They want to torture you, to harvest all that fear before they kill you. Okay, this is a strange fucking road. It's just too strange. And I think this is as far as I'll go. I haven't got time for that bullshit, or vampires, or dragons, or werewolves, and all that stupid shit, which it looks like what's down there, you know what I mean? And I haven't got time for that shit, so I'm gonna go down this way. I'm going back. Fuck you. There's no way in this universe I'm going down there. So, targeted individuals, I am begging you, let us create a strong, dependable network. A network of TIs that trust each other, help each other in more ways than one, and are there for each other. Let us do it. We can do it. Where there is life, there is hope. We are still alive. It means that there is hope. And I sure hope that the microphone is recording, because this is an external microphone that I've attached to the camera. So I'm hoping that it's recording. So, thank you very much for watching this video, people. Thank you for your time today. I hope that I've been able to inspire you, and I look forward to connecting to all of you. You know, connecting with all of you, because we need it. So, take care of yourselves, people, and stay tuned for the next video. Okay? I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Your support goes a very long way. Stay tuned for the next video, and don't forget to protect yourself at all times.